What's going on, guys? Alex here, again, former Modified 360. And remember, guys, in the last video I made how I promised I'd be talking about that buyer of mine that bought a JTAG? Well, here we go. So here will be my rant for today. I don't know how long this video will be, so, you can pause at your leisure. Here's what happened. I sold the JTAG, and unfortunately, I don't have the data up still. I completely removed my listing at the time, as I always do, because I don't want someone to, repurchase an item that's already been sold. But remember, guys, in my one video how I had, I believe it was like 5 JTAGs and 1 RGH available, something like that. I had 3 Jasper RGHs, actually. I'm sorry, I'm thinking of a different one. 3 RGHs. I had a Jasper JTAG, and then I had that Xenon JTAG, and I was selling it for like 50 bucks. The thing was a piece, and you guys all knew that. First off, it's a Xenon, the crappiest motherboard imaginable. And I even stated in the video that it had a red ring history of 0102. I'm pretty damn sure I stated that in the video. And I'm also sure I also posted it not only on the return receipt to this guy, but I also stated it 3 times in advance when he kept questioning me. And I'm not going to disclose his information. I'm not going to disclose his YouTube account, but the guy was a complete jack. Okay? Okay, so here's what happens. He messages me a few times. He's like, hey, I saw your videos. I'm really interested in a JTAG. Please tell me, let me know. And I'm like, all right, well, I have some really good deals up right now, because it was, holiday seasons, still. This was only like a month ago. And, so I'm like, all right. I have some good Jasper JTAGs here. I have a Falcon RGH Halo 3 edition if you're interested. He's like, oh yeah, I want the cheapest one imaginable. Yeah. And I put it, and this was all an email. Everything after we talked on YouTube for a little bit, after, he was interested, he's like, okay, go ahead and email me. So now we're on to the emails. I'm using my modified360gmail.com account, which I also have to close down. But he said, all right, so I noticed you have a Xenon JTAG available. And I said, yes, but that one, it's a very faulty unit. It has to be reflowed every like 3 weeks on average. And he said, well, it's cheap. I like it. Could you put XCX menu on it? I'm like, well, and I already knew in my head I was dealing with someone that was a hell of a lot younger than me and probably had no expertise in using a JTAG. So I'm like, already, this is just going to be great. And I told him, well, you do realize in order to run the program XCX menu, you have to have some sort of storage device, and you have to be knowledgeable in installing this program. He said, well, you just install it for me. And I said, well, look, I can't install it for you, but here, if you go ahead and if you do want to purchase this unit, again, it's faulty. There's a problem with it. It is a faulty chipset. I will go ahead and I'll just throw XCX menu 1.2 with the custom skins on a disc. And he said, "Okay, fair enough. That sounds good. That sounds good. Could you include the cables?" I said, "No. It's only for the console only. That's why I'm selling it so cheap. I would never sell a JTAG, even if it was a working Xenon. I wouldn't sell it for 50 bucks." And so he said, "All right, all right." So right before he goes and purchases it, and I go through all the disclaimer information. I tell him that's a no warranty unit because of the faulty error. That's why I had no warranty seals on it. Um, and he proceeded and he purchased it on the spot. He purchased it right away, and I shipped it off within the day. Actually, I used USPS priority, and it got to him within 3 days. And here's what happens, guys. This is the part. Wow, we're already 4 minutes in. How about that? But here's the best part. What I love about this, guys. He in a week in advance, he already received it, and I didn't know about it. So that being said, about maybe 6 to 7 days later, I'm not exactly sure, but here's what happens. He starts negging all of my videos, like puts a little negative score or dislikes rather. And then he has his friend with another YouTube channel comment on my channel and all my videos saying, "Don't buy from this guy, don't buy from this guy. My friend bought a JTAG and it failed within 2 hours." And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I already knew who I was dealing with. And so I messaged the guy on YouTube first. I'm like, who the hell is this, first off? And what are you talking about? And then he proceeded, and he put, and this is all in private message now. He said, well, my friend, he bought one of these, and it completely broke within 3 hours. Or he said something like that. It broke. It red ringed. And the disc didn't work. And I said, well, first off, why didn't your so-called friend message me, or even, because I have a business phone too. I have a number. Whenever anyone purchases one of my consoles, I'll go ahead and I'll include a number for the work number to me to reach me personally. And he didn't do that. The guy never messaged me. And then I get on my Gmail account, okay? And then I check the messages. And then I see that he messaged me actually within the day. Within the day that his friend messaged me on YouTube, he messaged me on my Gmail account, not personal, but my modified360 at gmail.com account. And he messages me again 6 to 7 days later saying, the Xbox broke. Why did you sell me a piece of crap? And I said, whoa, wait a minute. Don't do that. No, do not do this. I told you specifically that you bought a faulty JTAG. I told you in advance. I stated it in the video. The receipt I gave you, so there was no miscommunication. Because whenever I send an Xbox to someone, you'll get a paper with what's included, the actual price, and if it's refundable or not. And I told him no. I told you it was a no warranty Xenon JTAG. You knew that in the video. I made like 2 videos about it. It was a faulty Xenon JTAG. Nothing was included. And I even told the guy, look, I even included XCX menu for you. And he said, this is his follow-up message. And he didn't state anything about the no warranty or anything, of course. Freaking, hey, man. He said, the disc didn't work. And I said, dude, you're an idiot. I didn't really say that, but I was thinking of it at the time, like, well, listen, I told you that XCX menu has to be installed on a USB partition, or it has to be installed on the hard drive. You can't just run it from the disk. It's going to say it's a mixed media disk and not load. And he said, well, yeah, but the Xbox had ringed. And he was an idiot. And then he had, this is the best part. And I think he created this account. I really doubt it, because based on his poor grammar skills, I could tell he was probably in middle school. He had his so-called mom message me on my modified360 gmail.com account. And his so-called mom messaged me saying, well, we would like a refund or a new console. And I said, well, I told your son, and again, I think this was the same kid because his grammar was absolute crap. I told him, well, listen, or her, whoever the hell I was talking to. You don't know who you're really talking to on the internet. I said, well, listen, if your son would have been more, if he would have paid close attention to the detail, I stated that this was a no warranty, faulty JTAG console. I stated that it had a terrible red ring history of 0102, which requires the system to be reflowed every so often. I cannot guarantee when it has to be reflowed, but I even stated this: someone should be knowledgeable in console repair and JTAG expertise before purchasing this unit. And they said, well, we still want a refund. I said, no, I stated no refunds for this particular console. There's nowhere in this listing that I allowed that. And so they said, well, what else can we do? And this is how nice I am. Being, because I worked with eBay for a very long time. I know how people are. I said, well, here's what I can do for you. Send me the I just didn't want to deal with it. So I'm like, fine. Send me the console. I'll repair it for free. I didn't have to do this, but I went out of my way to go ahead and try to, make ease and work with these people. And I said, well, look, I'll even repair the console for free. You pay for shipping and return shipping, and I'll repair it. And I'll throw a 30-day warranty on it for you. They didn't do the deal. I don't know why. They never got back with me. They never did. They never got back with me on the deal. I said, well, look, I offered you to go ahead and, I told you I could repair the console for free. All you have to do is pay for shipping if you really want it. I don't mind working with you. Never got back with me. And then the kid messages me back on his account saying, can you make a video on how to use XX menu? And I said, no, that is not my obligation. As a seller, guys, I am not obligated to teach you how to use something that you purchase. That is up to you to do your own homework and research and be knowledgeable on, as a matter of fact. There are tons, I know this for a fact, and you all know that too. That is why we have what's called the internet. This is why we have Google. This is why we have YouTube. where you can, or forums like 7sins, TTG, and all that good crap. You know, you can research and you can learn how to use XX menu. And I was a little bit assertive because at this point I was just like, you know what, just get out of here. And I said, well, look, it's not up to me. You can do your own homework. And he's like, fine, you douche. And I said, are you kidding me? I said, are you really kidding me right now? So I go ahead and I message his so-called mom account back on Gmail. I said, listen, I don't know what's the deal with this miscommunication. I've tried working with you. If there's still an issue, I'm still more than happy to go ahead and solve the problem and either go ahead and fix the console for free. All you have to do is pay for shipping, or I could cut you a deal on a new JTAG. What would you like to do? You call my number. Here's my personal cell phone number. And you call me back and you please let me know. I'm looking to resolve the issue. Never got a call back because the bastards knew I was right. They knew I was right. They never called. To this day, I've never had a reply back. And then him and his little friend negged my video. What is it? Xbox boots up into Windows 98. Yeah, they negged my video and they put a crude remark on it. I'm like, are you kidding me? Really? Really? Unfreaking real. I don't know why anyone would dislike the video. It's pretty self-explanatory. Xbox boots up on Windows 98. So I knew it was them, and plus the kid, like I said, the same remark was posted. But guys, these are the kinds of people I've been dealing with for the past 5 years of selling these damn Xboxes, and this is one of the reasons why I'm just tired of it. Because of the lack of knowledge with some people, really, I find irritating. Because if you are not going to do your own research, if you're not going to really put forth effort into, if you're interested in a particular field, if you're interested in computers, if you're interested in Xboxes, whatever the case may be, you should do a little bit of homework and understand and not hassle the seller into being obligated into doing something that they don't need to be doing. Guys, when I first started off in JTAGs, they weren't even called a JTAG. It was called the King Kong exploit on the 2000 series kernel back in 2006. I mean, you want to tell me there was no tutorials on that? Are you kidding? There's no tutorials. You had to actually look up stuff on your own end, guys. Believe it or not, it's like a kid trying to cheat his way out of homework. I don't get it. You actually have to do your own research, and you have to learn what you're doing. Ugh, my God, it just pisses me off beyond belief. But it's funny, even it's like, the great phrase, oh, how's it go? No good deed goes unpunished. It is so remarkable how it never ceased to amaze me. You try working with people, you even try putting your own effort into something even though you don't have to do it, and they still act like idiots. It's ridiculous. But anyways, guys, that is my rant for today. Hope you guys like. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And yeah, these are the kinds of people that many JTAG and RGH sellers have to deal with, because you have these little kids that don't know what the hell they're doing. They don't know what a JTAG is besides thinking they can just put a disc in and just start modding the crap out of Xbox Live. And that is the sad and honest truth. And there is so much more you can do with a JTAG. I'm not going to get into it. But it's remarkable. Lord have mercy. But anyways, guys, I hope you liked the video. And again, please comment, rate, and subscribe.